You said zoom out, build your stack, whether it's crypto, skills, or relationships. The cycles always reward those who stay consistent and don't lose sight of the long-term vision. So yeah, these are pretty good time and tested strategies.
Yeah, I'm a very, very firm believer in ultimately the building of relationships and the building of teams, right? Like, as Americans especially, right, as you go into Eastern cultures, there is less focus on the individual and more focus on the whole. That's just the way that the culture was built and has evolved over time. And communist, capitalist, like don't even think about that. Just realize that this concept of lone wolf,
family individual,
lone wolf success and superstars and this and that. Like that's a very Western concept. And really, man, it's teams, it's villages, it's tribes that create real effective change. And I'm so blessed to have such a great team around me, and that team has been built over many years, and through a number of relationships. And I love meeting new people in the space, and I do believe that relationships are the ultimate currency if you want to get into the space or be in the space or become a good trader or really start to get alpha, right? There are layers to this industry, and becoming quote unquote an insider it takes years. It takes years and years and years. And like, I'm even on the outside. I'm even, like if you really look at the layers of the onion, right? Like, you're never really in the middle. You're just closer to the middle, right? There is no middle, but like there is this metaphor and this concept of building these strong relationships that's allowed my businesses to exist over time, right? And I can't say enough to my team. They're the reason. They're what get me up every day, right? Being able to talk to them, and ultimately, work is work, but work is also fun, and they're they're the fun part.
Yeah.
Investment Club. Today, I consider it the best investment that I've ever made. We get 4 projects presented a week by their associated CEOs. Personally, I'm completely blown away by the quality of these projects, and I know of nowhere else where I would be given this same opportunity. Each week that passes, I feel more appreciative of the fact that I'm a member of this group. The vibe was just tremendous. Everybody's on the same wavelength. We just clicked. Everybody listened to each other, enjoyed their company. It was just magical. Take action. Don't take my word for it. Due diligence you need to do. And I really hope that someday down the road I see you in the club. It far exceeded expectations, without question.
So important. It's funny, I was recently at Satoshi Roundtable, and it's a place where you get a lot of OG crypto people there because they don't want to be seen at the big conferences. They a lot of times don't want people to even know who they are. And one of them pulled me aside and said, you know what, Brian, if you want to be successful in crypto, he said, it's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. And I thought long about that, and I would have to agree. And I think it talks about what you just mentioned. How long have you been there? Who do you know? Who have you talked to? How many cycles have you gone through? How many fads have you seen? And it's true. The more time you stack up, the better decisions you're making. And just be aware of that. And so if you're new to this market, know that it's really about putting in the time, and that's how you can be successful. And it's much less about trying to buy low and sell high and get this at this time.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a powerful statement.
Yeah, it is. And, I think, if you're serious about being in here, take some of those gains and reinvest them in going to conferences, in meeting people, in going to your local meetups if you're in a city that has them. If you're not, start a meetup. Like, try to get like-minded people around you, and use that as a springboard, because again, the power of the many is always going to be greater than the power of the few or of the single. My co-founders are at Ethereum Denver right now, which was the first Ethereum conference, and I actually helped. I was a mentor. I've been a mentor the last few years when it comes to the hackathon, right? So I go help projects learn how to build, but. At the first Ethereum Denver, I was one of the hackers. And at that time, it was so crazy. It was maybe 500 people in like this really dilapidated building. Everybody stayed up for 3 straight days. You know, they had like coffee and, you know, they brought in food, and then like everyone was just hacking smart contracts on Ethereum, right? It was so crazy. We had a little team, and I remember we like built a little payments app, almost like a little Venmo payments app between Ethereum users. And now it's 30 or 40,000 people. There's like 500 side events. It's crazy. But yeah, you know, if so much value has been derived for me personally, and I know through my network from going to those types of events. And you know, you have to see it as an investment, not only of time but of money, right? Take some of those gains and go take a trip. Like, go really find out what the industry's about if you want to elevate your game.
Yeah, really good advice.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.